They are ever present in this Basketball Champions League, a third appearance, and both times they've managed to get out of the group stages. And although it is early days, the early signs are a little bit concerning after back-to-back defeats. A decent start though for UNET Holon, who are looking to make it back-to-back home wins in this competition. They take on PAOK this evening. Opava and Umana Rea Venezia are already underway in the other game in this group. Two others also being played today. Telecom Baskets Bonn against Nanterre and Iberostar Tenerife, former winners of this tournament, of course, take on the Swiss side, Fribourg Olympic. Well, it was a dream start for UNET Holon when they took on the Swiss side, Fribourg, on game day one. They won that game pretty comfortably, 93-69 here. And they had a thriller against Venezia last week in Italy. Overtime required. Double overtime required, in fact, for Venezia to get that win and maintain their perfect start to the season. 2 wins out of 2 for them and for Tenerife. 1 win for each of Fribourg, UNET Holon, Opava and Telecom Baskets Bonn, who beat PAOK last week. PAOK, one of 2 sides, along with Nanterre, yet to register a win in this season's competition. This is a big day for PAOK. Yes, it's only day 3 of 14, but 3 consecutive defeats at the start of this Basketball Champions League season will put them under pressure. There's no doubt about that. So they'll be looking to bounce back after their 5-point defeat at home to Telecom Baskets Bonn. 100 points to 95 their defeat, and this is their roster for tonight's game. Yannick Moreira averaging 13 points per game and 8 rebounds per game at the moment. Christopoulos, another, averaging over 10 points, 12 points per game for him. And Atheneu averaging 5 rebounds, 5 assists and 7.5 points. Those are some of the best performers for PAOK in the early stages of the Basketball Champions League. The numbers perhaps not quite as good as they like to be, to the fact that they have been beaten twice already. UNET Holon can record back-to-back wins at home in this competition. All 4 of their Basketball Champions League wins have come in this arena. And they have a number of key players to keep an eye on. Khalif Wyatt averaging 28 points per game, 4 rebounds and 8 assists. Great start to the Basketball Champions League campaign for him. More on him in a bit. Ddequan Jones averaging 16.5 points, 5.5 rebounds and 2 assists. And Darian Atkins, 13 points per game, averaging 10 rebounds as well. It's been a pretty good start for the Israeli outfit. They can record another win here against the Greek side, who have performed reasonably well in this tournament over the last couple of seasons, and they will be very hopeful of improving on last season, where they failed to get out of the group stage, of course. Finished 7th in their group, winning just 3 of their 14 regular season games. 11 defeats, and all 3 of those wins did come at home, as did their first win of this Basketball Champions League season. They were unlucky to lose away in Venice last week. Double overtime required for Venezia to secure that 111 to 104 point win. Great effort on the night from UNET Holon. And we should talk a little more about Khalif Wyatt as well, who really impressed in that game. Scored 35 points against Umana Rea Venezia, the most that any player has scored in a Basketball Champions League game since February 2017, when Mike Morrison also scored 35 for Fraport Skyliners against Pina Kashiaka. A fine performance from him. And it's certainly the aim for UNET Holon to improve this season. 7th place finish, as I mentioned, in their group last time around. 1 win on the board already. We'll be hopeful certainly improving on that and maybe even making it through to the knockout phase of this tournament for the very first time. 3 wins, 11 defeats in a group that included Monaco, Pinakarsiaka, EVE Baskets, Oldenburg and Murcia as well, all 4 sides who made it through to the round of 16. Dinamo Sassari and Juventus Athena missing out on a top 4 finish in that group. I think that gives you an idea just how strong that group was last season. PAOK did well to finish 3rd in their group behind Rice and Ludwigsburg and Iberostar Tenerife. They were then knocked out in the round of 16 by Pinakarsiaka. Same stage at which they went out the previous season as well. Also in the round of 16 to Iberostar Tenerife, who of course went on to win the tournament. So they'll be looking to kickstart their campaign. There is still a long way to go and much can change over the next few weeks. As I say, a start of no wins and 3 defeats would be a difficult one to come back from, and it would put them under immense pressure. Pressure would only ever increase as the weeks go on. Here's your refereeing team for today. Lorenzo Baldini, Tanel Slusov, and Beniamino Manuel Аттард. 2 Italians and an Estonian. As far as the officials go, and we are only a couple of minutes away from getting started here. Playing at the Holon Toto Arena, which is located in Holon, a city on the central coastal strip of just south of Tel Aviv. And here is the PAOK starting 5 for Yannick Moreira and Chrysokopoulos. Included in that starting 5, 2 players who have been amongst the better performers for PAOK so far. Yes, Papathéodorou will be desperate for his side to get an early victory in this competition. After disappointing defeat last weekend, I think, or last week I should say, that was the one they were really targeting to kick-start their season. They lost away at Venezia by 10 points in week 1. But at home against Telekom Basketball, they would have expected to produce the goods and ended up losing by 5 points in a highly competitive game. They were struggling in the early stages. They were 10 points down at the end of the first quarter and never quite fully recovered from that. And this is the starting 5 that they'll be up against in Holon, beginning with Khalif Wyatt, who had that wonderful performance last week and it was a losing side ultimately, scoring 35 points, but no victory, which will have disappointed him, and no doubt his coach as well, Dan Shamir. It promises to be another exciting night of Basketball Champions League action. UNET Holon playing in this competition for the 2nd time. Boost they would get from picking up a 2nd win so early on in the regular season. It'll be the 2nd time this season that an Israeli and a Greek side will face each other, of course. Athens hosted and were defeated by Hapoel Bank Yahad Jerusalem. And of course, Aris and Ironi Naharia have played each other as well previously in the 1st edition of the Basketball Champions League. Aris winning both of those encounters.
Then Dekuan is here. Sean, you're coming to set the flat screen. TJ here, Corey make a hard cut, and Khalif behind attack. Okay, we go 1, Dekuan, we go 4 Khalif, and 4 motion. Sell the shake screen good, and bring Dekuan off the right feet downwind.
A few final instructions from both coaches ahead of the start here. We are pretty much ready to get underway in this Group B clash. A reminder that Iberostar Tenerife and Manarea Venezia are the two sides who have a 100% record so far. UNET Holon, Fribourg, Opava and Telecom Baskets Bonn with 1 win each. PAOK and Nanterre, the two sides who have gone 0-2 in the opening weeks of the season. Well, UNET Holon in the yellow jerseys. There's Corey Ghuόλντεν and Khalif Wyatt, numbers 2 and 1. So important to this UNET Holon side. They're all ready to go. Can PAOK record their first win of the season? Well, away we go in the Basketball Champions League, game day 3. UNET Holon against PAOK. Israel against Greece. This is to be a great contest, this. If last week is anything to go by, both teams scored plenty of points and ended up on the losing side. 4 on the board in the end for the Israelis after 2 periods of overtime. He's the man who starred for them in that defeat to Venezia, Khalif Wyatt, but the 3-point attempt is good. What a start. The perfect start for the home team, and Jones nails a long 3. Dēkwan Jones. It's been an impressive performer so far. PAOK look to respond here. Chryssikopoulos and Yannick Moreira trying to follow it up. Ghuόλντен does well to get it under control. Gets it back off Klein. Ghuόλντен again with a bounce pass into the other Jones. Sον Τζόουνς wearing number 21, the big centre, as Khalif Wyatt is penalised there, I think, for a little push in the back. Well, Chryssikopoulos that opening 3-pointer. Klein setting up Dēkwan Jones. He nailed the 3. And open the scoring here in Holon. Here come PAOK again, but Yannick Moreira unable to make it count. Just under enough pressure to put him off. Here's Sον Τζόουνς. And Ghuόλντен has lost it. And this should be the first 2 of the night. An easy layup in off the glass from Phil Γκος. PAOK have their first points of the evening. It's the steal and the breakaway from Γκος. Easy layup in off the glass. And Sον Τζόουνς. Now Wyatt ran into trouble. It's picked up by Sον Τζόουνς again, and once more PAOK come away with it. UNET Holon making the most of their opportunities so far. Chryssikopoulos with the 3. And PAOK have the lead for the first time in the game. Their first 3-pointer. Chryssikopoulos nailing that one from distance. Corey Ghuόλντен has it, handed off by Sον Τζόουνς, and the layup is good from Dēkwan Jones. 5 points for him. Ties the game early on in this first quarter. Under 2.5 minutes played. Here is the response, though, from Koniaris. Gets his first points. It's Khalif Wyatt going all the way and drawing the foul. They go to the line for 2 free throws. First free throws of the night. It's the layup from Koniaris, nicely put away by Antonis Koniaris. Khalif Wyatt with the first opportunity to Some points on the board. Tied up, courtesy of those 2 free throws from Wyatt. 7 apiece here, with almost 3 minutes gone. Christopoulos and Koniaris. Foul early on. Personal foul for Khalif Wyatt, who's picked up a couple in the opening 3 minutes here and been replaced by Shlomi Haroush. Wearing number 12 as PAOK once again take the lead. Koniaris once more with a layup. Here's Gουόλντεν. Haroush. Easy for Ντέκουαν Τζόουνς. Step back for the three-point shot. Ντέκουαν Τζόουνς not quite good enough. It's Yannick Moreira this time. He's penalised by the officials. Sον Τζόουνς. Goes up and it's framed well by Jones. It's another steal for PAOK. They've started pretty well here, the Greek side. This is Phil Γκος. It goes into the corner and there's the foul from Ντέκουαν Τζόουνς this time. Γκος. Oh, superbly executed from Γκος. PAOK into double figures. Open up a 4-point lead, and it's 4 points for Γκος as well. Skizas penalised this time. Γκος has started well. 2-point jumper. Doubling his tally for the night. Ντέκουαν Τζόουνς will now have a chance from the foul line to add to his 5 points already. Two for Ντέκουαν Τζόουνς. 7 points in the bag for him already. Christopoulos. Γκος with a huge three-point attempt. It's good, Phil Γκος. Outstanding three-point shot there to make it a 5-point lead for PAOK. Ντέκουαν Τζόουνς. How will he respond? He's lost it. Stolen here by PAOK, and this is Skizas. And stolen back again by the host this time. Pass was almost overthrown there as the three-point attempt comes up from the corner. And Ντέκουαν Τζόουνς unable to claim the rebound. Here's Γκος. Block comes in, but the foul had already been called. Γκος with a three-pointer a short while ago. By drawing the foul, Γκος can now add to his total. He's on 9 points now, Phil Γκος. Great start to the game for him. It's a 7-point lead for ΠΑΟΚ. Now Gουόλντεν. Shows another foul. Gουόλντεν making the first of those free throws. And the second as well, Gουόλντен. His first points of the night. Still have a 5-point lead with 4.5 minutes left in the first quarter. Will Hatchet. Γκος. Hatchet. Draws the foul. This is the first attempt. He does make the second. Hatcher's first point of the night. First free throw to be missed in this game. 9 from 10 overall, 6 from 6 for the hosts. Gουόλντεν looks for a way through, gets the pass out, and the three-point attempt is good. Ντέκουαν Τζόουνς is at it again. Moves on to double digits. Cuts the gap to 3 points. Chrysakopoulos moves it for Hatchet. Hatchet losing his bearings just for a moment, keeps going and floats it up but misses. Harous claims the rebound. Here's Gουόλντεν. Gets it out to Ντέκουαν Τζόουνς again. This time he misses. Just need to double check something here. Timeout is called here in the first quarter. 3 minutes 16 left still. PAOK up by 3. 17 points to 14.
Sorry, Guys, we must be smart now. We must be smart now. Pass the ball to Horn and he attacked. And now he play rejected pick and roll. Be disciplined, guys. Just force him to the screen. Don't let him to create something else. Okay.
Here, occupy them, Shlomi. Interchange with Πνίνι. Πνίνι comes to the top. Sorry, Ντέκουαν comes to the top. Okay. And we're attacking Margaritis. Watch if you need to slip it or screen it, but you'll go it. Hey, okay? Now over the limit, they press. We need to go to the line. Exactly. Okay, let's attack. Go. You ready for the short roll with Margaritis?
A pretty even start. PAOK have had the lead for the vast majority of this first quarter. Phil Γκος going well with 9 points. 3 from 4 for 2 and 1 from 2 for 3. From 6 from the field overall, but here come PAOK with Chryssikopoulos. Little handoff pass, gets it back again, does he? No, not this time, and handling violation there. Turnover. Travelling there by Milenko Tepik. Rolling out of bounds off the foot of a PAOK player. Deiquan Jones, difficult three-point attempt, missed this time. It's always going to be a tough one to make for a man who started the game well. 3 from 6 from the field, but he's got 10 points on the board already. There's Γκος. He'll get himself into double digits maybe here. And he goes for the long three and makes it. Phil Γκος with his second long distance effort. Opens up a 6-point lead. As UNET Holon failed to respond through Shlomi Harush. Now it's Chryssikopoulos. Chryssikopoulos, can they stop him? No, they can't. Linos Chryssikopoulos makes it an 8-point lead now for PAOK. Deiquan Jones into the corner, and 3-point attempt missed by Harush. Just going through a bit of a barren spell here. UNET Holon, and Γκος goes for another 3, and this time he doesn't make it. And Πνίνι gathers the rebound. Gουόλντεν, Deiquan Jones. This is Átkins. And the hook shot finishes. Nice one. Much needed couple of points on the board there for UNET Holon as we approach the final minute of this first quarter. Chryssikopoulos. Hatcher. Still Hatcher. And goes for the 2 himself, doesn't make it. Really well claimed. And Margaritis opens his account for the night. First with the rebound and then putting that ball away. 10 points in the paint so far for PAOK, who lead by 8. Gουόλντεν out to Deiquan Jones, goes for another 3. And again, can't get it to go. Seems to have lost his magic touch for the moment. One last play perhaps here from PAOK. We'll run the clock down. Hatcher might consider the shot himself, but the foul is called against Corey Gουόλντεν. And there'll be free throws here. And well claimed. Just one of those free throws made, and here come UNET Holon with 2 points right at the end of the quarter. It's really well put away by Πνίνι. To cut the deficit to 7, 25-18. UNET Holon getting a couple of points right at the end of that first quarter. Still trail by 7. The difference is PAOK's precision from long range, 3 from 5. As far as their three-point efforts go, UNET Holon having more attempts but missing on a more regular basis. Started well though. Ντέκουαν Τζόουνς quickly into double digits, but he's made 3 from 7 from the field. Γκos has been influential for PAOK in the game so far. 12 points for him, as well as 4 rebounds. Top scorer in the game, Chryssikopoulos has 5 points. Margaritis has 3. Most of the points for UNET Holon in that first quarter coming from the hands of Ντέκουαν Τζόουνς, who played the full 10 minutes. 10 points, 1 rebound, 1 assist for him. No one else has more than 2 points to their name. Ντέκουαν Τζόουνς proving to be very important in these early stages. This was an outstanding three-pointer, his second of the game. Γκος showing he can do it as well. He's made 2 from 4 from long range. Both teams to think about at the end of the first quarter. PAOK will be happy with the start they've made. 7-point lead for the visiting team. Hatcher finds Chryssikopoulos. PAOK will be looking to increase their lead straight from the off here in the second quarter. 2 more points on the board. Margaritis increases his personal tally to 5 with that layup. Now here's Klien for UNET Holon. This is Wyatt. He's back on court after picking up a couple of early fouls. Goes for the 3 and makes it. Wyatt. Now that's what he was doing on a regular basis just last week. His first 3-point attempt, and it's a successful one. The more they can get him to do that, the closer they will get to this PAOK team as far as the scoreboard goes. Here's Hatcher. Had to go for the shot in the end and made it. Another 3-pointer to add to the collection for Will Hatcher. 3 from 10, 4 from 6 as far as 3-pointers go. PAOK have been precise from distance. Wyatt just about got that pass away out to this near side, and it was held well. And in off the glass from Simón. That was nicely worked by UNET Holon. Maybe trying to be a bit smarter with their long-range shooting. Missed rather too many attempts. Better to get some points on the board and make sure that PAOK don't run away with this. Another foul by Wyatt. He's had a frustrating start to the game. That's 3 personal fouls already. He's played just under 5 minutes. Here's Hatcher. decision this time goes against PAOK. Margaritis is penalised. Spin and the hook shot finish is outstanding from Darian Átkin's. Doubles his tally for the night. It's really well worked by UNET Holon. It's now just a 5-point lead for PAOK, 30-25. Pope. Now Hatcher. Again, foul is called. Just lovely play. Πνίνι's pass, and look at this for a hook shot finish. Hatcher. Tepitz. Milenko Tepitz with a 2-point attempt, which is good. 7-point lead is restored. Klein. And the three, no good again, this time from Sιμón. Too many 3-point efforts missed by PAOK in this, by UNET Holon, I should say, in this game so far, as another foul is called. The 2-point jump shot from Tepitz. Margaritis there who drew the foul from Darian Átkin's. Timeout is called. And once again, it's a 7-point game as it stands, 32-25.
That one goes for DA. Okay, at the 5. Okay. We're going 3 sides there and 34. Right now 34. Okay, away from Dekuan. Okay, you throw it to Simón. Okay, Dekuan away. Dekuan coming up. Okay, 34. 34. Away from Dekuan. So Πνίνι, you set the screen for Dekuan. Okay, 34. Okay, and slide inside, and you're setting the screen.
Starting right here?
Yeah, setting the screen for Dekuan, and receive the back screen from...
Okay, 52.
So 7-point lead as Margaritis prepares for the free throws here. Only one made there by Margaritis. This guy Πνίνι tried the no-look pass and didn't pull it off. Another turnover. Hatcher. And there's the missed layup. Pope tried to follow it up. Just a little bit untidy there from PAOK. Tepitz. Zaras for three. Here's Gουόλντεν. Πνίνι. Ντέκουan Τζόουνς. Πνίνι floats one up, draws the foul. And it'll be a couple of free throws to come here from Πνίνι. Makes both free throws there, Πνίνι. Six points the difference. 6 minutes left in the first half. Slightly misread there by Zaras. Didn't quite get the pass away that he was hoping for, and now Πνίνι driving it forward. Gουόλντεν. Another foul called. And fans making themselves heard. It's another timeout. PAOK still lead, up by 6, 33-27. Well, this has been the situation really throughout this game so far. A 5 to 7 point advantage for the Greek side, but UNET Holon certainly keeping them on their toes here, and it's 2 from the foul line in a row from Πνίνι. They make it 3, which he does. Excellent free throw shooting from UNET Holon. Excellent free throw shooting from UNET Holon, full stop, because that's 11 from 11. Now just a 3-point deficit. It's Hachette. Looks for a way through, gets the pass away brilliantly, and Γκάρετ finishes the move with a simple put away. Here's Ντέκουan Τζόουνς, lays it up, misses, and then couldn't put it in at the second attempt. Mixed night really for him so far. 10 points on the board, but unable to add to his tally there, and he has missed a few chances. Tepitz here. for the two, and was going to struggle under pressure there. Milenko Tepitz. Here's Gουόλντεν. Πνίνι with a bounce pass, it got away from him. Couldn't pick out the teammates. Another steal there, another turnover. And another one here as Haatscher is penalised for a foul. Level goes up again. These fans will try and push their side to victory here. 2 out of 2. Their first home game of the campaign against Fribourg. Away at Venezia, but only just last week. A nice turn and good finish as well. Under pressure, Klien puts it away. It's back to being a 3-point game again. Pinhayo, and this is Phil Γκος. Pinhayo's been a key man for PAOK so far in this tournament as Γκος. And this is his attempt, but really well claimed by Malik Pope. Here's Pinhayo again. Pinhayo with the pass, and it's a wild one. Γκάρετ claiming there was a touch there off a UNET Holon hand. Decision going against him. Let's have another look at this from Klien. This is a great finish under pressure from Γκάρετ. Stuck his hand up and Klien floated it over the top. Gουόλντεν. Three-point attempt is no good here. Very well claimed by Malik Pope. Here's Phil Γκος. Foul called. Sον Τζόουνς this time. Just keep an eye on him here, number 21. There was the foul on Margaritis. Pinhayo. Margaritis there with him. Pinhayo picks it out. A lovely handoff there to Γκάρετ, and he's denied. What a block. Γκάρετ thought he'd made it. Did the hard bit. But what a block this is from Klien. Γκάρετ all ready to put that through the hoop, and there comes Klien seemingly from nowhere to smack it away. That's a big block from TJ Klien. You enjoyed that one. Moments like that can really get a crowd going. Sometimes get the players going as well. What a block that was from TJ Klien. Gουόλντен doesn't miss. 4 from 4 from the line for him. 1 point game here with just under 2.5 minutes left. Foul is called. A bit of work here by Phil Γκος. That's the foul from Sιμón. The layup as well. This now has 14 points and can make it 15 here with the free throw. And Simón with his second foul of the game. Harus has taken his place on the court as increased their lead to 4 points. 15 points and 4 rebounds now for Phil Γκος. Ντέκουαν Τζόουνς, here's Κλάιν, the bounce pass, the Corey, Gουόλντεν couldn't quite finish and no putback either. Sον Τζόουνς just couldn't quite get hold of it. It's not quite been his night so far, just 1 rebound. No points, no assists. As Athinaou makes the 2 just inside the arc there. Jonas Athinaou training that one for the long 2. Not called. PAOK up by 6 again. 40 points to 34.
ATO, let's go short. Okay, Sean, you're getting in here. Okay. Shlomi, you're making the cut. Okay, Ντέκουαν, you get.
Next offense for us. Willie, next offense for us. Entry pass, Malik. Entry pass to Malik. Malik, pass the ball back and go opposite corner. Athinaou is under the basket. And Γκος is here. Fist. Yanni, fist. Next offense for us. Fist. Don't rush. Don't rush. If they switch.
Worth having another look at that block again from TJ Klein. The moments of the game so far. They have got themselves to within a point, but it's back to being a 6-point game now with just over 1.5 minutes left in this second quarter. It's Corey Gουόλντεν. Sον Τζόουνς, Ντέκουαν Τζόουνς. Gουόλντεν again. And more frustration here. For UNET Holon. Turnovers are almost even now, 7-6. PAOK have made them count on more occasions. There's the bounce pass into Margaritis, who puts it away. Simple finish for Margaritis. So an 8-point lead opening up here for PAOK in the closing stages of the first half. 8 points for Margaritis, 3 from 3 from the field. Quiet but efficient performance from him so far. Here's Klein, Gουόλντεν. Goes for the long 3, doesn't make it. PAOK lets it run out of bounds. And the timeout called.
I was waiting for that guard to leave off the heat. Yes, I did. When I see
It's an 8-point gap here.
Look at the guys. We want to play flash for Miso. That means, but you have to stand out.
Last play we'll give it. Let's set Dekuan off a stagger. You have to run fast. Okay, it's gonna have like 10 seconds. So Corey will push it here, slow me here, and stagger for Dekuan. Okay, so you can either curl or off the catch here, off the stagger. Don't even scream, slip it and attack. So we go to the middle line. Stagger, you stay in the corner. We stagger away from Dekuan.
Much time left here in the first half. It's an 8-point lead for PAOK. Could make it even better here. A 5-second difference between shot and game clock. To run this down as much as possible and I hope snatch a double-digit lead, leaving UNET Holon with very little time to respond as Ardini puts up the three. It's no good. Well claimed by TJ Klein. And enough time here for UNET Holon to get a boost before the break. Gουόλντεν taking it on himself. Klein for three, misses. And that is the end of the first half. Well, had that dropped, it would have been a much tighter game, a 5-point lead. But as it is, PAOK go into the break with a 42-34 advantage, the visiting team. Halfway to securing their first win in this season's Basketball Champions League. Just a little bit better overall in all departments, really. More rebounds, more steals. It's been solid and consistent. And they've just edged out UNET Holon in most areas over the course of that first half. Not a huge amount to choose between the two teams. Generally speaking, really good performance from the Greeks. UNET Holon have relied heavily on Ντέκουαν Τζόουνς, although he got those 10 points pretty early on. He hasn't contributed quite as much since. Πνίνι with 7 points. Wguáiat with 5 points, but he's picked up 3 fouls, so he hasn't really featured as much as perhaps Dan Shamir would have liked. When you look at PAOK, the big contribution, of course, has come from Γκος. 15 points, 4 rebounds for him. Standout performer in that first half. Vangelis Margaritis with a good contribution as well. 8 points, 2 rebounds for him. Γκος, though, certainly leading the way in terms of the stats for the visiting side, who, remember, lost their first 2 Basketball Champions League games this season. Finished last season with an 8-8 record. Finished third in the group, qualified for the knockout phase. UNET Holon failing to win enough games to get them into the playoffs last year. They were hoping for back-to-back home wins by picking up another victory here, and they could still turn this around. They trail by 8. Γκος leading the way for PAOK. His impressive performance, really the difference between the two teams, and I think it's been a little more measured. Had they shown a little more composure at times in Holon, this might be a little bit closer. It's by no means over. There is certainly opportunity for them to come back into the game. They are going to have to start the third quarter well. That is going to be absolutely vital for the home side if they are to turn this around. Slow start in quarter number 3. They may be heading for a first home defeat of this 2018-19 Basketball Champions League season. I'll leave you with the remaining highlights of the first half. We will be back in a few minutes. for the second half, the third quarter. Make sure you join us for it. Still finally poised. PAOK up by 8 at the halfway stage. It's 42-34. We'll be back in a few minutes. Well, welcome back to the Holon Toto Arena. The third quarter will be getting underway in just a couple of minutes' time. And the home side looking to make it back-to-back home wins. Find themselves with a little bit of work to do in this second half. 8 points behind. The Greeks leading by 42 points to 34. PAOK, of course, beaten in their first 2 games this season. And they'll be desperate to secure their first win of the campaign. They try and make it out of the group phase for the 3rd time in a row. Khalif Wyatt, who was so big for UNET Holon last week, hasn't really had much of a chance to shine because he picked up all those early fouls. You might see quite a bit more of him in this second half. And certainly the home crowd here will be hoping for anyway. A few last minute instructions for both teams. PAOK, just to remind you, were beaten on the opening day away at Manarea Venezia. Who have beaten both of these teams, of course, in the Basketball Champions League this season.
Let's go, Dad. And the second one.
10-point win for Venezia on day 1 over PAOK, who lost at home to Telecom Basketball on day 2.
So TJ's here. Okay, Corey or Khalif, whoever waiting, of the pick. Okay, the 2 guards, the other guard cuts, and we go second side.
Wait for the delay screen. Wait for the delay screen.
They'll be hoping they can secure their first win of the season here in Israel tonight. All 4 games in this group are being played today. Opava and Manarea Venezia are currently well into the closing moments of their game. It is actually still the early stages of the 4th quarter. Venezia leading by 15 points, though, 70 points to 55. They could be heading for a 3rd straight win. PAOK looking to avoid a 3rd straight defeat, and UNET Holon get us underway here in the 3rd quarter. They start to make up that 8-point difference. Here's Khalif Wyatt. Needs a big performance. Needs to be disciplined as well. Committing those 3 personal fouls early on. Played just 5 minutes of the first half, and he's put up a 2-point attempt, and it's good. Straight away, showing what he's capable of. They need more from him. Shot goes up. And it's a positive start here from UNET Holon. Khalif Wyatt showing what he can do. 35 points in that defeat to Venezia last week. Can he inspire a turnaround? Hasn't featured too much, but he's now got 7 points on the board. This is Ντέκουαν Τζόουνς, who started the game really well and finding a way through. Wyatt puts up the shot, misses. Rather hurried in the end from Wyatt. Here's Γκος, top scorer in that first half. 15 points on the board for him already. PAOK look to make the most of this. 2-point jump shot is good. And a mistake from Malik Pope, who opens his account for the night and restores the 8-point lead for the Greeks. Klein, oh, lovely bounce pass. Gουόλντεν draws the foul. with his third personal foul. 2 successful free throws from Corey Ghuόλντεν. An excellent from the foul line. 6 from 6 for Ghuόλντен, but just generally, UNET Holon have been really precise with their free throws, 15 out of 15. Step out of bounds there. Koniaris, the best start to the half from him. Ghuόλντен. Klein. Not much time here to get the shot away. Do get it away in time. A missed opportunity there. And Darian Átkins. And Koniaris has done well to hold on to that, but it is stolen here by UNET Holon. Here's Ντέκουαν Τζόουνς going it alone, drawing the foul. There'll be more free throws here. Jones add to his tally. He does. Good free throw that. Once again, no mistake. On the foul line. Ντέκουαν Τζόουνς, 11 points. Makes it 12. And another successful trip to the foul line for UNET Holon. No mistake at all. 17 from 17. It's an excellent record. As Γκάρετ moves it quickly on for the three-point attempt from Ατκίνς, who makes no mistake. (47-40), PAOK lead. Just been able to keep UNET Holon at bay. There's Ghuόλντен. Not much space to work with there. They're moving it well though, and Corey Ghuόλντен with the open three makes it. Really nicely worked there by UNET Holon. They waited for the space. And when it came to him, Corey Ghuόλντен made no mistake. His first field goal, having picked up his previous 6 points from free throws, as Ατκίνς makes the pass and Γκάρετ misses. The block came in there from Corey Ghuόλντен, who has it now and will go for another three-point attempt. It's no good. Klein claims it, puts it up and makes it. TJ Klein. And we have a two-point game on our hands now. This is just the start to the second half, and UNET Holon want it. 4 points, 5 rebounds now for TJ Klein. One of each there for him, as again PAOK are put under pressure and the shot comes up short. Crowd on their feet making noise. How about this from Corey Ghuόλντен? Precision personified. Not the best night in terms of shooting, but 2 blocks and 9 points, as well as a couple of rebounds and an assist for Corey Ghuólντen. Good all-round performance, certainly in these early stages of the third quarter, getting the side right back into the contest here. Átkins. He nearly lost it there, and then Holon. Átkins slipped, but managed to hand it off to Ghuólντен. The pressure from PAOK. Great defense from the Greeks. TJ Klein just trying to lift the crowd here. Good start to the quarter from UNET Holon. They've cut that gap by 6. It is only a 2-point lead for PAOK now. Γκος. Pass inside to Malik Pope. Frustration for PAOK. Koniaris there looking a little dejected on the sidelines. Just nothing once more for the Greeks, who are struggling to settle into this third quarter. A resurgent UNET Holon. And here's Ντέκουαν Τζόουνς. And, well, his reaction tells you what he thinks of it. The reaction here from Jones, he cannot believe that decision has gone against him. Offensive foul. Still a lead for PAOK, but only 2 points in it. Haatscher. Well claimed by Klein once more. Klein certainly producing when it comes to rebounds. 7 for the game now. Sure with the foul, Ντέκουαν Τζόουνς drawing it this time. Sον Τζόουνς. Gουáiat. It's another foul. This time it's Stavros Skizas. So this time it will be trip to the foul line for Ντέκουαν Τζόουνς. Chance to level this up. Holon have still to miss a free throw tonight. Will the 19th bring them level? No, that is the first miss. And it means that PAOK are still in front. Only a point in it though. 47-46. PAOK adding just 5 points to the tally since half-time. Really good pressure here on the defense, and that's another miss. Frustration here for PAOK. Γκος doing his best not to commit the foul, and Klein makes the 3, and UNET Holon lead. And it's TJ Klein who's turning into quite an important part of this UNET Holon performance. Took his time and placed it perfectly from beyond the arc. 7 points, 7 rebounds, and a 2-point advantage for UNET Holon, 49-47.
Okay, because they are showing hard, and if we will do this early, okay, after the break, immediately go out for this pin down, and then it's a side pick and roll with Fields and Vangelis. Side pick and roll with Fields and Vangelis. Try to score one basket. Let's go. On the 3, be the first one to get the ball ahead, so we get that, okay? And Khalif, what's the best way to get you the ball there in order for them to show? Free side or 4, or they come back.
Big moment this from TJ Klein. With the home side in front. First time in a long time. Three-point shot goes up from Γκος. Great response from ΠΑΟΚ. Phil Γκος really needed that. UNET Holon briefly in front. 49-37, but then this from Phil Γκος. Nothing but net with that three-point effort. This side back in front, brought up the 50-point mark as well. It's the first time since early on in the first quarter that UNET Holon found themselves in front, and it didn't last long. You might see the lead change hands a few times now in what remains of this third quarter. Gουόλντεν puts it up, and foul has gone against UNET Holon here. This is Gουόλντεν just trying to float it in. No foul called there, actually. It was just the decision that went the way of UNET Holon. They could get themselves in front again here as Gουόλντεν does find a way through and draws the foul. Misses a free throw. Wyatt getting some treatment now. Lightning start to this third quarter, but hasn't been able to stamp his authority on this game. Did play a part in UNET Holon coming back to level it up. This third quarter, briefly led. Goes the way of ΠΑΟΚ here, against ΠΑΟΚ rather. 4 from 8 from the field in this quarter for UNET Holon. They've managed to get themselves on level terms, cut out that 8-point deficit. Scored twice as many points as their opponents. In this third quarter, there's still a minute 45 of it left. 2 from 2. Successful trip to the foul line for Guy Πνίνι. UNET Holon lead by 2. From 10 from the foul line in this quarter, the first 2 that they've missed, but getting so many opportunities. Sον Τζόουνς penalised there. Second foul for him. Ντέκουαν Τζόουνς and Gουόλντεν on 2 fouls. Gουáiat still on 3. And it's stolen by Πνίνι. Sον Τζόουνς. Ντέκουαν Τζόοunς missing the 3-point effort, and Γκος has it. Approaching the final minute of the third quarter. Who will go into the final period with the advantage? Kept alive. 3-point effort. Átkin's misses. And Gουόλντεν has been penalised here for a push. Crowd don't like it. Nudge on Yannick Moreira. 3-point attempt goes up and in. Γκος once again. 21 points, his 4th 3 of the night. Gουόλντεν. Take it on himself. The pass was intended for Klein's. Got to be quick here. And Sον Τζόουνς makes it count to put UNET Holon back in front. 10 seconds remaining in the third quarter. This is going to be tight going into the final period. Átkin's looking to give PAOK the lead. The pass out to Margaritis, who drains the 3. And what a way to finish the third quarter. A booster for PAOK, who will go into the final period with a slender lead. The third quarter belonging to UNET Holon, but this is a blow. Could have gone in front. Find themselves 2 points down instead. Courtesy of Margaritis. His 3 means that it's 56-54 at the end of the third.
We get to the free throw, we get to the limit early, and we got to do this again in the fourth quarter. We must do this in the fourth quarter. Play physical offense, get into contact.
We are alone under the basket, we are alone for a shot. Make the right decision. We need just the right decision to score. Just the right decision to score. Hey, we play one side and we feed Vangelis, we feed the post. Hey, first action.
Now, Γκος, everybody needs to watch it.
Big moment there from Γκος. Couple of huge 3-pointers from PAOK, particularly that one from Margaritis right on the buzzer. This was it. Margaritis draining the 3. And just a couple of seconds on the clock. That sets up a thrilling finale here. Final period leaves us with all to play for. Margaritis here for PAOK, and the pass was intercepted. Sον Τζόουνς eventually gathering. Πνίνι it was who got that big hand on it to make the steal. And here he is now. Πνίνι floats one up, misses it. It's going to be claimed by Jones, Sον Τζόουνς. He draws the foul. There it is. Yannick Moreira penalised. Quiet night, Yannick Moreira. 1 rebound, 1 assist, no points. A few of the players who performed well in the first couple of weeks have not had their best evening. It's been a tense and tight game. So little in it. And with that second free throw, UNET Holon level it up. Play again from the home team. Certainly believing that they can turn things around. Goes out of bounds off Phil Γκος. We're 8 points down at half-time, remember, UNET Holon. They're delighted to be level here, and they could go in front. They do go in front, Corey. Gουόλντεν. 12 points. Much of it coming from the free throw line, but they all count. Apinayu under pressure. Γκος did well. Γκος still going. Out to Margaritis, makes the pass instead. 3-point attempt is good. Great response again from PAOK. Tépitts draining the three, as UNET Holon fail to respond. Find themselves trailing by 1. 59-58, another 3-point attempt. This one's no good. Tépitts this time is penalised. How about this though, from Tépitts moments earlier, this to get the visiting side in front once more. Lead changes hands. It could be a really, really tight finish here in Holon. It's Wyatt. Corner. Πνίνι. Oh, and Wyatt with the fake and shot, but he misses. And Margaritis claims the rebound. It turned into a real tactical battle as we approach the closing moments. What can happen? 7.5 minutes or so. Wyatt. Κλάιν. Πνίνι. He's looking for Jones. He wasn't able to pick him out. Γκος floats it up. Doesn't get it to drop, and Sον Τζόουνς claims the rebound. It's another foul. He makes the shot, but it had already been halted by the officials. Jones there, drawing the foul. Tepitz. Good foul for Tepitz, a second in quick succession. Pointing out, by the way, that Venezia have secured their third straight win in this group. The Italian side dominating. They've beaten both of these teams, have now added Opava to the list. The victims, 90-72, comfortable win on the road. From Basket, Bonn and Nanterre battling it out as well. They've only just made it through the first quarter. We're approaching the end of the first quarter there. Bonn looking to make it back-to-back wins. Of course, Nanterre, like PAOK, looking for their first win of the season. Jones penalised there, but foul. Slightly nervy at the moment from both teams. Here's Margaritis. Hatcher. Travelling called. Just these little errors creeping in on both sides. Just that little bit of tension in the air. Pressure often on the home team. Pressure on PAOK to get their first win of the season. That 1 point lead for PAOK. Not for much longer. Khalif Wyatt. To his personal tally. Quite a game from him today. Misses the second free throw, misses the chance to put his side in the lead. 8 points for the game. Tied at 59 apiece. Hatcher. Offensive foul called. It's the guilty man this time. There it is. Ντέκουαν Τζόουνς. Missed 5 out of quarter was the crucial one, and it got them right back into the contest. They got back to within 2, and PAOK only scoring 12 points in the final quarter proved to be the difference in the end. Disappointing night for them, another defeat. Phil Γκος scoring 23 points, winning 5 rebounds, but it wasn't enough. He was the standout performer. Margaritis, the only other player in double digits as far as point scoring goes, 11 for him, with 5 rebounds as well. Will Hatcher, 7 points, 2 rebounds, 4 assists. Not quite enough from him. Player that they expect a lot of, the PAOK side. Athinaio as well, picking up his 5th foul late on, 3 assists, 4 rebounds, 8 points. Again, a start, but not enough. Yannick Moreira, who made double digits in each of the previous 2 games, didn't score any points tonight, played 13 minutes, no points scored, 2 rebounds, 1 assist. They just couldn't find their rhythm for long enough periods. It was a tight game, it could have gone the other way. Very little in it, truth be told. And there were moments in the game where it felt like PAOK were in the ascendancy. They were starting to take charge, but every time they looked like breaking away and forming a big lead, UNET Holon managed to respond. They recovered really well from the first quarter where they were a long way behind. And in the end, they got the result that they will feel they deserved. They certainly took advantage of all the free throws that they were given. It's something perhaps that PAOK can look at. I'd be disappointed that they gave their opponents so many chances. Looking at those free throw stats, in fact, PAOK making 12 out of 18, so they missed 6. And the home side missing 5, but 5 out of 36, so 31 points from the foul line. They only hit 5 3-pointers from 23 attempts, 13 from 23 as far as 2-point efforts go. From the field, 18 from 46. Not exactly impressive from UNET Holon, but it is enough. Look at that. 5 points in the table, 2 wins out of 3. And that is a great start for UNET Holon. They've beaten PAOK here by 72 points to 68.